In a world where you feel that constant urge to control, to steer every single moment of your existence, this conviction that you hold the reins of every outcome is the most profound delusion. We meticulously plan, forecast futures, and construct elaborate defenses against all of life's known uncertainties. But how much truly obeys our commands? Today, we dissect this illusion, revealing the profound wisdom in surrendering to the unfolding. The nature of control, its limits, and the liberation in acceptance will be examined. This episode aims to dismantle the myth of absolute control and ignite a deeper trust in the flow of existence. Why the relentless need to steer every moment? Studies reveal a direct correlation between perceived control and your stress levels. The more you attempt to micromanage your reality, the more your anxiety mounts and the unpredictable inevitably occurs. This striving for absolute command is often a flight from the present, a fixation on a future that remains stubbornly beyond our grasp. True agency lies not in forceful manipulation, but in skillful participation. For instance, research by psychologists like Martin Seligman on learned helplessness demonstrates how a lack of perceived control, or conversely, the belief in absolute control, can lead to significant psychological distress and even depression. Understanding what is truly within our influence and what is not is a factual step towards your mental well-being. Observe the ocean. Can you halt its tides, still its waves indefinitely? Attempts at absolute control against natural forces prove futile, often resulting in greater chaos. Similarly, life's currents, market fluctuations, relationship dynamics, the very process of growth and decay possess an inherent momentum. Attempting to rigidly control these complex systems creates friction and resistance. Consider economic forecast. Despite sophisticated models and vast data sets, their accuracy beyond short-term predictions remains limited. This inherent unpredictability underscores the limits of our predictive and controlling power in complex adaptive systems. Think of a river. You can build a dam to control its flow to some extent, but a massive flood can still breach it, demonstrating nature's ultimate power to overwhelm human attempts at absolute control. The fact remains, the river's inherent nature is to flow, and forcing it against that nature often leads to more significant, less manageable outcomes. The illusion of control often stems from a deep-seated fear of vulnerability. We equate control with safety, predictability with security, yet clinging tightly restricts our ability to adapt, to discover unexpected opportunities within the chaos. The more you try to control something, the more it will control you. The clenched fist cannot receive, the rigid mind cannot learn. From a biological perspective, our bodies are constantly adapting to changing internal and external conditions without our conscious control. For example, our immune system constantly battles pathogens. Our digestive system processes food, all outside of our direct command. This constant internal adaptation is a factual demonstration of life's inherent unfolding that we cannot micromanage. Contrast this with the wisdom of Eastern philosophies. Taoism, for instance, emphasizes Wu Wei, effortless action, non-striving. This is not passivity, but a profound alignment with the natural flow of things around you. Think of a skilled sailor navigating a storm. They don't fight the wind nor the waves, but rather use their knowledge and experience to work with them, adjusting their sails to harness the available energy. Similarly, true mastery in life involves understanding the underlying currents and aligning your actions accordingly, rather than forcing a predetermined path. Just as a sailor doesn't create the wind but learns how to use its power, a fact supported by centuries of maritime navigation, we can learn to harness the unpredictable forces of life by adapting rather than resisting. Consider the butterfly's flight path. Seemingly erratic, yet guided by subtle air currents and an innate sense of direction. Its journey is never a straight line, but a dance with the environment. This mirrors the unpredictable, yet ultimately coherent unfolding of your life. Attempts to force a linear progression often miss the richness and unexpected opportunities that arise from embracing the inherent variability. Research in complex systems highlights the phenomenon of emergence, novel and unpredictable patterns arising from simple interactions. Life, too, exhibits this emergent quality, defying rigid control and rewarding adaptability. The metamorphosis of a butterfly from a caterpillar is a profound biological fact demonstrating a complete transformation, a surrender of one form for another. It doesn't fight its chrysalis, it allows itself to be transformed. This process, a literal change of nature, serves as a powerful metaphor for our own ability to adapt and evolve by embracing change rather than attempting to rigidly control outcomes. The journey thus far, the pervasive illusion of absolute control, was identified as a source of your anxiety and resistance. The limitations of controlling natural and complex systems have been observed through examples like the ocean and economic forecasts. With the factual correlations to natural phenomena like rivers and our own biological processes, the wisdom of surrendering to the flow as exemplified by Taoism and Taoist principles and the butterfly's flight and metamorphosis was introduced. The concept of emergence in complex system further underscores the limits of rigid control. For the individual consumed by stress, overwhelmed by uncertainty, understand this. Control is not something passively achieved or seized by sheer force. It is not a pre-written script you enforce upon reality. It is something actively relinquished, rigorously questioned, and profoundly aligned with. The very act of releasing control, of asking these very questions, can itself become a profound freedom. Therefore, the question is not, how can I control the things around me? The real question is, how can I best navigate the inherent uncertainty, and what wisdom does this unfolding demand of me? This rephrases the inquiry, placing agency directly into your hands. It is a fundamental shift in perspective, moving from a rigid grip on an external world to an active, personal cultivation of inner peace. The world, both seen and unseen, brims with uncertainty, fascinating observations, and mysteries. Most talk is noise. Most of what is stated does not hold weight. Question the impulse to dominate every situation. Do not simply accept that all can be controlled. True understanding, true personal awakening begins with relentless adaptability. By encouraging you to step outside, to look at the universe and your own existence through new, critical lenses, the deepest intention is to spark and drive a profound acceptance of life's flow from within. The most profound discoveries you will ever make are not just about mastering the external, but about your own credible potential for peace and wisdom within it. You've been listening to the very best voice. Thank you for taking this time to reflect, to grow, and to become. Until next time, walk with strength, love deeply, lead with honor, and continue your journey toward the man you were always meant to be.